We're starting this bulletin with breaking news coming in. As far as the war in West Asia is concerned, Iran has now issued a major statement on the Strait of Hormuz blockade. Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps says that Strait of Hormuz is not fully closed, but access is now restricted specifically to ships from the United States, Israel, Europe and other Western allies. Revolutionary Guard stated that under international law, Tehran has the right to control passage through the Strait of Hormuz during times of war. The announcement may give India some hope, as at least 37 Indian flagged ships along with 1,100 crew members are currently stuck in the region around the Strait of Hormuz. On Tuesday, Iran indicated it would permit only Chinese flagged vessels to use the strait. Officials described the move as a gesture of appreciation for the Beijing's position towards Tehran since the Middle East conflict started. The strait carries roughly 1/5 of all oil transported by sea worldwide, making it a cornerstone of global energy supplies. The Strait of Hormuz may appear small on the map, which is barely 50 kilometers wide at its narrowest point, but its importance to global energy supply is enormous. Every day, roughly 20 million barrels of crude passes through this corridor. That accounts for nearly a quarter of the global oil trade and about a fifth of the global LNG trade, making it one of the most strategically important shipping route in the world. In effect, nearly 1 in every 4 barrels of oil traded globally moves through this single maritime gateway. Any disruption here can push oil prices higher and trigger instability across global markets. The Strait of Hormuz has never been closed to commercial shipping before, even during the Iran-Iraq war of 1980 to 1988. Merchant traffic continued despite repeated attacks on oil tankers. This was for the very first time Iran had declared that Strait of Hormuz is closed for all shipping, but Iran has now issued a major statement saying that the Strait of Hormuz is only blocked and the access is only blocked to ships from United States, Israel, Europe and other Western allies. This is a major boost to India. And that statement that's coming in as far as Iran is concerned on Strait of Hormuz blockade, the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps says that strait is not fully closed, but access is only restricted now specifically to ships from United States, Israel, Europe and other Western allies. Now, remember, India faced acute vulnerability from Strait of Hormuz disruptions as well amid the ongoing US-Israel-Iran conflict, as nearly 50% of its crude import and 80% of LPG transit comes through this choke point. Escalations, risks, fuel price hike, inflation spikes and widening trade deficit for India. However, those fears are now put to rest, as we're now given to understand Iran has indicated that it will allow Strait of Hormuz to be operational for ships from non-Western countries, specifically restricting blockades to ships from United States, Israel, Europe and other Western allies. Now, earlier, the Strait of Hormuz had allowed vessels from Chinese flagged region to pass through the strait. This was officially described as a gesture of appreciation for Beijing's position towards Tehran since the Middle East conflict started.